Hello everybody. Today we're going to work on this division problem 6,789 divided by 1,089, and let's get it to 5 figures. So that's going to involve some decimals. Now we're going to set up the problem like this. And I'm going to put my 1 over here representing this. Now instead of putting 089, I'm going to put 1 bar, and then 1 bar. Now this and this make 1100 minus 10 is 1190 minus 1 is 1089, okay? So 1100, 1090, 1089. And then we have 6, 7, 8, 9, and let's put some decimals, a couple decimals, okay? Now, how many times does 1 go into 6? It goes in 6 with a remainder of 0. Okay, so let me write that over here. So 1, we say 6 divided by 1 equals 6, remainder 0. Great, now I'm at step 2. 7 minus, I'm going to make my adjustment, left flag digit times the recent quotient figure. 6 times 1. So that's 7 minus 6, which is just equal to 1. Now, this comes with experience, but when you have vinculums here, bar digits, you're going to end up adding to the quantity. And because this quantity is already big, I can envision that we're going to end up being greater than 10, and we don't want that. So that's just something to keep in mind, okay? So now we're at step 3. We made the adjustment. So 1 divided by 1, we're not going to say 1 remainder 0. We're not going to say 0 remainder 1. We're going to say 2 remainder negative 1. Again, that's going to come with experience, but if you try it the other way, you're going to recognize that that value gets too big. Great, so I'm going to put a 2 over here. And I'm going to put a 1 bar here. So that's negative 10. So basically I basically have negative 10 plus 8. I have negative 2 right now, okay? Great. So now let's make the adjustment. Remember, what does this mean? Negative 10, positive 8, negative 2. So I'm going to put a negative 2 here, minus. So now I'm going to work with these two and these two. So 1, we're going to find the sum of the cross products. 1 times 2 is 2. Then plus 1 times 2 is 2. 6 times negative 1. I want to show all my steps here. Okay, it looks complicated, but I just wanted to show all my work. So that equals what? Negative 2 minus, what's this? 1 times negative 2 is just, 1 times 2 is just 2. And 6 times negative 1 is negative 6. Okay, so that just equals 2 minus 2 plus negative 6 is negative 4. Okay? So, negative 2 minus negative 4. All of that just equals negative 2 plus 4. I want to just show all my work, so I just get 2. Okay? Great. So, the adjusted dividend figure here is just 2. Okay? Then for the same reason, so now we're at step 5. 2 divided by 1, I'm going to say 3 remainder negative 1. So I'm going to put a 3 over here, a 1 bar over here. So this is just negative 1 because I have negative 10 plus 9, negative 1. Okay? Now we're going to work with these 3 and then these 3. And we're going to find the sum of all of the cross products. So hundreds, tens, tens, hundreds, tens, tens. So we have -1 minus, I'm just going to be careful here, okay? So this is what? 1 times 3 is 3. 6 times -1 is -6. And then I have 2 times -1 is -2. So that equals -1 minus, I have 3 minus 6 is -3. So this is -3, -3 minus 2. What's -3 minus 2? That's -5. So I have -1 plus 5. So I get 4. Okay? Great. So this adjusted dividend figure is 4. Okay? So now I'm ready for the division, step 7. 4 divided by 1 equals, now we're not going to go above this time, we're just going to say 4 remainder 0. And why is that? Because we're not working with the 6 anymore. These digits are going to be small, it's not going to be that much of a problem. Again, that comes with experience. We're going to say 4 remainder 0. So I put a 4 here, remainder 0 here. Excellent. Now we have to make our adjustments now. So I have step 8. I have 0 minus. So now I'm going to work with these 3 and then these 3. So let me cover it up so it's easier to see, right? We don't want to work with this anymore. So I have 1 times 4. That's the first one I'm going to do. That's just 4. 1 times 4. Then I have -1 times 2, so that's -2. Then I have -1 times 3, so that's just -3. So I have 0 minus, let's be really careful here. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 3 is -1. So that just equals 0 plus 1, that's just 1. Okay? Great. So, let me go a little above now. Still working on the same problem. My adjusted dividend figure is 1. So step 9, I'm going to say 1 divided by 1 equals 1, remainder 0. So I'm going to put the 1 over here, and the 0 goes here. Now I wanted 5 figures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go one more step to determine if I have to round up to the 2 or leave this 1 as it is. So we're going to make an adjustment now. Step 10. Now we're going to work with 3, 4, 1 and 1 bar 1 bar 1. So I have 0 right here minus. So let's be really careful here. I'm going to work with this, right? I'm going to work with this right now. So 1 times 1 is just 1. Great. 3 times -1 is -3. And then I have middle, 4 times -1 is -4. So I have 0 minus -2 minus 4. Show all my work here. 0 minus -2 minus 4 is -6. So that just equals 0 plus 6, which is 6. So this adjusted dividend figure is going to be 6. So that means it's very likely that it's going to round up, okay? Because if I put a 6 over here or even a 5, it's going to round up. So for that reason, if we want the final answer, by the way, let's get the decimal. We have to move it 2 spaces because we have, sorry, we have to move it 3 spaces because we have 3 flag figures here. So 1, 2, 3, right here. Okay, so what's our final answer? 6.234, and then we're going to put a 2, okay? Okay, good job.